What if I told you that some of R&B's biggest stars didn't just change their sound, but also changed their looks? From Michael Jackson's nose job to Nicki Minaj's ass shots, these legendary artists have surprised fans not just with their music, but with their dramatic transformations. Here are the 15 most unbelievable plastic surgery transformations of R&B icons that you might have to look twice to believe. Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson's changing appearance through plastic surgery is still one of the most surprising and talked about parts of modern celebrity culture. Many fans were left shocked at how much his looks changed over the years. It all started with a fairly simple reason. After breaking his nose during a dance rehearsal in the late 1970s, Jackson had his first nose job. As his fame grew, so did the public's interest in how he looked. In the early days, people knew him for his broad nose, round cheeks, and rich brown skin, features that were well known from his time with the Jackson 5. But by the 1980s and into the 1990s, people began to notice a clear transformation. His nose became slimmer and more pointed, with a sharper bridge. While Jackson said he only had 2 nose surgeries, experts and photos suggest he had more, each one making his nose thinner and more sculpted. By the time of his Dangerous and History albums, his nose had taken on the very narrow shape that became one of his trademarks. But it wasn't just his nose that changed. Over time, his cheeks looked fuller and more lifted, likely due to cheek implants or fat being added to give a more youthful, shaped look. His chin also looked more defined, leading some to think he may have had a chin implant. Some plastic surgeons and biographers believe he also had eyelid surgery to make his eyes look bigger and more almond-shaped, adding to the soft, almost magical look he developed. Treatments like chemical peels and skin resurfacing helped smooth out his skin and reduce acne scars, making his face look even more polished. One of the most talked about changes was his much lighter skin tone. Over the years, his skin went from a deep brown to a very light, almost pale color. Jackson and his doctors said this was because he had vitiligo, a condition that causes skin to lose its pigment, and lupus, which can also affect the skin. While some people accused him of bleaching his skin on purpose, medical records and doctor statements confirmed he was treated for vitiligo. As the condition spread, he used makeup and possibly skin-lightening treatments to create an even tone. The reasons behind Jackson's many surgeries are still debated. Some believe he struggled with self-image and felt pressured by fame and beauty standards, especially as a black artist in an industry where white features were often idealized. Others think he wanted to create a one-of-a-kind, almost fantasy-like look that would set him apart. Jackson himself gave different reasons over time, sometimes saying it was for health reasons like breathing problems, and other times admitting he wasn't happy with his natural features. Even after his death in 2009, Michael Jackson's changing appearance continues to be a major part of how people remember him. It's a complex story about identity, fame, and the power of image in the spotlight. Toni Braxton. Braxton first chose to get breast implants to boost her appearance, but later had them removed because of health issues. This change showed how her views on body image and self-acceptance have evolved over time. In a lighthearted interview with People, she joked, "Parts of me are 41 and parts of me are 20," showing that she's come to embrace aging and the natural changes that come with it. There have also been rumors that she had multiple nose jobs. While she hasn't confirmed them, some fans have pointed out changes in her facial features over the years, especially the shape and size of her nose. These changes have added to her evolving image and sparked curiosity. Still, Braxton has been open about her choices. She once said, "I will undergo nothing else. I don't want to be a turkey, stuffed and plucked and baked," making it clear she prefers a more natural look and isn't interested in going overboard with surgery. Even though people have had mixed opinions about her plastic surgery journey, Braxton continues to be seen as a timeless beauty. She owns both the highs and lows of her experience with grace. Alongside her cosmetic choices, Braxton has also dealt with serious health issues. She was diagnosed with lupus, specifically systemic lupus erythematosus, SLE, in 2008. She's been open about how the disease has affected her life, including surgeries she's had because of it. In 2022, she had emergency surgery to get a coronary stent after doctors found that one of her major heart arteries was 80% blocked, a problem made worse by her lupus. Her health battles have shown how strong and resilient she is. Braxton now uses her voice to spread awareness about lupus and encourages others to take their health seriously. Lil' Kim. Lil' Kim rose to fame in the 1990s as a bold and fearless voice in hip-hop. Back then, she was known for her natural beauty, full cheeks, a broad nose, and rich brown skin. These features made her instantly recognizable and connected her to fans who saw themselves in her image. But over time, her look changed so much that some people barely recognized her, leading to both concern and curiosity from the public. The reason Kim first turned to plastic surgery was very personal and painful. She's spoken openly about being in an abusive relationship that left her with a broken nose and other facial injuries. In a 2005 interview, she said her first nose surgery was to fix the damage. However, complications from that procedure and her own dissatisfaction led her to have more surgeries. What started as a medical necessity eventually turned into a series of cosmetic changes. Fans noticed that her nose became slimmer and more defined, and her face also changed in other ways. People, including plastic surgeons, have speculated that she's had fillers in her cheeks and chin, an eye lift, and Botox. These changes gave her face a more sculpted but sometimes puffy look. Another big change that caught people's attention was her skin tone. Over the years, Kim's complexion became much lighter, sparking rumors about skin bleaching. She hasn't directly addressed those claims, but experts have suggested the change could be due to chemical treatments, strong skincare products, or even makeup and lighting. Still, the lighter skin tone surprised many fans, who felt it shifted how they saw her and raised questions about the pressures women, especially black women, face in the entertainment industry to look a certain way. As Kim's appearance continued to change, people online started posting side-by-side photos from her early career and recent years. Some fans were shocked, others saddened, and some critical, suggesting she might be addicted to surgery or struggling with self-esteem. Kim has admitted that she's a perfectionist and said that vanity played a part in her decisions. But she also shared that hurtful comments from men in her life chipped away at her confidence and made her feel like she wasn't enough as she was. Tamar Braxton. Tamar Braxton has been turning heads with her recent selfies, flaunting glowing skin and perfectly sculpted features. When she posted, "Feeling fabulous and refreshed, loving my new look, self-love, #new beginnings," fans immediately had questions and opinions. While some praised her glow-up, others weren't buying the natural narrative. Comments like, "Come on, Tamar, we can see you've had work done. Just be honest with us." And "I miss the old you," echoed a mix of disbelief and nostalgia for her earlier look. But Tamar hasn't exactly shied away from the conversation. She's addressed the rumors directly, insisting that she hasn't gone under the knife in any drastic way. She's openly admitted to using non-invasive treatments like Botox and fillers, things many celebrities use to maintain a youthful appearance. Some people speculate she might have had a mini facelift, but nothing has been confirmed. These subtle tweaks, while common in the entertainment world, have still surprised fans. Many say the changes are so noticeable that it's unbelievable. Part of what fuels the debate is the sharp contrast between her current polished image and her more natural earlier look. Tamar has been clear, though, no traditional plastic surgery. "I haven't had any work done, I promise," she said, crediting her transformation to healing, fitness, and learning to love herself. In her words, "I finally love me. This is what healing looks like. I could have never done this a year ago." Even rumors about procedures like a tummy tuck or Brazilian butt lift, BBL, have been met with firm denials. Tamar responded to those assumptions with, "My surgery is the damn gym. Try it. It works," and opened up about why she won't get a BBL, saying, "That's not who I am. That's me putting on another facade. That's me putting on another face that I gotta keep up. It's too expensive spiritually and mentally for me to live that way." Of course, reactions remain mixed. Some fans worry that her appearance might impact others' body image, while others applaud her confidence and honesty. Tamar, as always, had the final word. Stop the hate and spread some love instead. Kimberly Michelle. The R&B singer K. Michelle started her transformation journey by chasing the ideal of a curvier body. This led her to get illegal silicone injections in her buttocks, a risky decision that eventually caused serious health problems. At first, the enhancements helped create her signature look, but over time, the silicone began to move around in her body, leading to constant pain, extreme tiredness, migraines, and even trouble walking. Things got so bad that she had to go through 13 surgeries in 1 year to remove the silicone and fix the damage. Just getting the silicone out of her buttocks took 4 major surgeries. Through all of this, K. Michelle was honest with her fans. She shared updates on social media and in interviews, warning them that she wouldn't look the same after the surgeries. She spoke openly about how hard the process was, both physically and emotionally. The changes in her appearance were so dramatic that many fans were shocked. Some even wondered if she had more secret procedures. Pictures comparing how she looked before and after the surgeries often went viral because the difference was so noticeable. Besides the surgeries to fix the damage to her body, K. Michelle has also admitted to doing small things to her face, like Botox and fillers, to keep a youthful look. But she made it clear that her main goal was to undo the harm caused by the silicone, not to completely change her appearance. Still, with the surgeries, facial touch-ups, new makeup, and different styling, her transformation looked so drastic that many fans found it hard to believe. K. Michelle's experience turned into a warning for others. She went on to create and host a show on Lifetime called My Killer Body with K. Michelle, where she shared not just her own story, but also those of others who went through dangerous or failed cosmetic procedures. Her honesty about the risks of plastic surgery struck a chord with viewers and made her transformation a topic of public interest. The Weeknd. The Weeknd's dramatic changes in appearance sparked a lot of talk among fans and the media, especially during the promotion of his After Hours album. The Canadian singer, whose real name is Abel Tesfaye, blurred the lines between reality and performance art, which led to widespread rumors about whether he had actually had plastic surgery. Fans quickly noticed changes in his face, like a thinner nose, sharper jawline, fuller lips, and more defined cheekbones, which led people to speculate about rhinoplasty, lip fillers, and jawline surgery. The rumors reached a peak when The Weeknd started appearing in public and in his music videos with his face heavily bandaged, bruised, or altered in ways that made him barely recognizable. Scenes from events like the American Music Awards, MTV Video Music Awards, and especially the Save Your Tears music video showed a face that looked like it had been through major surgery. Many fans and media outlets believed he had actually gone under the knife, with some even expressing concern for him. But the truth was that The Weeknd's transformation wasn't the result of real surgery. In interviews, he explained that the use of bandages, prosthetics, and makeup was part of an artistic statement. It was meant to comment on the superficiality of celebrity culture and the pressure to change for fame and validation. The exaggerated features, like the sharp jaw, sculpted nose, and fuller lips, were created by professional prosthetic artists, including Prosthetic Renaissance, to give a surreal, almost disturbing version of the ideal celebrity look. This visual change was part of a bigger idea that tied into the themes of his album, which explored the darker side of fame, excess, and identity. The Weeknd explained that the bandages and altered appearance were meant to reflect how Hollywood and the entertainment industry often push people to change their appearance to fit in. His decision to return to his natural look during the Super Bowl LV halftime show symbolized a shift back to authenticity after months of dramatic transformation. LaToya Jackson. Before her surgeries, LaToya Jackson was widely seen as naturally beautiful, with facial features similar to her mother Catherine's. But as time went on, her refusal to age naturally and her increasing reliance on cosmetic procedures led to a look that many fans struggle to recognize. One of the most talked about changes in LaToya's appearance is her nose. It's believed she's had anywhere from 2 to 4 nose jobs, although LaToya herself has hinted the number could be closer to 7. Her first rhinoplasty drastically changed her nose, making it thinner and sharper, a look that was especially noticeable during her promotional appearance at a department store in Munich. Her new nose, which resembled her brother Michael's, sparked rumors that they may have used the same plastic surgeon, creating an unsettling similarity between the two. LaToya has admitted to having 2 nose surgeries, which she says not only improved her appearance, but also helped with her breathing and vocal performance. In addition to her facial changes, LaToya's body has also undergone significant modifications, especially her midsection. Observers have commented on the appearance of her stomach, which some have described as a whirlpool of crinkled skin, suggesting she may have had extensive liposuction. Reports claim she's had several tummy tucks and liposuction surgeries, some of which she mentioned in her memoir, Open Book. In it, she revealed she had tummy tucks after giving birth, even though her doctor advised against it. LaToya's surgical journey doesn't stop at her nose and body. She's reportedly had lip augmentation, chin implants, breast implants, and several liposuction surgeries. Dr. Wygoda from the Aesthetics Institute has also noted changes like tauter skin, more pointed eyebrows, and a smoother forehead, likely from Botox and other non-surgical procedures. All these changes have led to a complete transformation, leaving her almost unrecognizable compared to her earlier appearance. What makes LaToya's transformation especially interesting to the public is her complicated relationship with plastic surgery. Despite all the obvious work she's done, LaToya has never openly admitted to many of these procedures. This silence has only added to the public's fascination with her changing appearance. Interestingly, LaToya has also criticized her brother Michael's obsession with plastic surgery, sometimes saying it was a result of the abuse they suffered from their father Joe. This shows a complicated dynamic in the Jackson family, where plastic surgery became a common practice, but also a source of internal tension. If you are enjoying this video, appreciate it by giving it a thumbs up. And if you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button. Nicki Minaj. Much of the speculation around Nicki Minaj's appearance focuses on her famous curvy figure, especially her hips and buttocks. For a long time, Minaj claimed her transformation was mainly due to makeup, contouring, and fashion choices. However, she eventually admitted to having ass shots, a popular buttock enhancement procedure in the early 2000s, early in her career. This admission came after years of denying any surgical procedures, despite the growing evidence of her changing body and the constant media attention. Fans and critics also noticed what seemed like an increase in her bust size, sparking rumors about breast implants. Minaj later confirmed that she had a breast reduction after the birth of her son, citing physical discomfort and wanting to feel more comfortable in her own body. Her facial features have also been widely discussed. Many have pointed out that her nose appears slimmer and more refined than in her earlier photos, leading to speculation about rhinoplasty. While Minaj has not confirmed getting a nose job, experts and fans have suggested that other subtle procedures, like fillers or Botox, could be behind her smoother skin and more sculpted facial features. Her wrinkle-free complexion and defined cheekbones have also contributed to rumors of facial enhancements, with some critics feeling her transformation is almost unbelievable. The conversation about Nicki Minaj's plastic surgery has evolved, especially as she has shared more about her personal feelings. In recent interviews, Minaj has expressed a deeper appreciation for her natural beauty. She says she now looks back at her younger self with fondness and questions why she ever felt dissatisfied. She opened up about the pressures she faced as a young woman in the industry, feeling insecure about being skinny or having a flat butt, and how these insecurities led her to alter her appearance. Motherhood, she explains, has played a major role in shifting her perspective, as seeing her son has reminded her of her real self and made her reconsider her relationship with cosmetic surgery. Even though she has admitted to some procedures, Minaj still keeps details of her full surgical history private, leaving much open to speculation. Fans and the media continue to analyze every change, from her hourglass figure, which some believe may be the result of Brazilian butt lift procedures or fat transfer, to her changing facial features. Blac Chyna. Blac Chyna, whose real name is Angela White, became famous for her bold look and dramatic curves, which many believed were the result of several cosmetic procedures. Over time, she openly admitted to having 5 breast augmentations, 3 liposuction surgeries, and numerous facial and buttock fillers. These enhancements helped shape her signature appearance and contributed to her rise in the spotlight. The change in her looks, especially her facial structure and body shape, shocked fans, who found it hard to believe how different she looked compared to her early days in the public eye. But what really surprised fans wasn't just the original transformation, it was her recent decision to reverse many of these procedures. In 2023, Blac Chyna started documenting her journey to get back to Angela, sharing on social media that she was removing her breast implants, dissolving facial fillers, and having silicone injections removed from her buttocks. She posted videos and photos at different stages of the process, explaining why she made this decision and how the surgeries had affected her both physically and emotionally. Chyna admitted that her desire for cosmetic changes had been influenced by trends and the need for attention. However, she eventually realized that the image she had created didn't align with who she truly was inside. She said, "Not with these types of boobs and a big butt and the big lips. It's just like, It put me in this category when that's really not who I am internally." The reversal journey was both physically tough and emotionally meaningful. Chyna shared the process of removing her facial fillers, showing how her jawline, cheeks, and lips were returning to a more natural state. She felt relieved and satisfied with her decision to look more like her true self. She also had breast and butt reduction surgeries, warning her followers about the dangers of silicone injections, which she said could cause serious health problems or even death. Her followers supported her throughout the journey, many of them inspired by her honesty and openness about the realities of cosmetic surgery. Iggy Azalea. Early in her career, Iggy Azalea was known for her angular features, modest bust, and more natural look, which was a sharp contrast to her later glamorous public image. As her career went on, fans started noticing significant changes, especially in her facial features and body shape, sparking debates and fascination about the extent of her cosmetic enhancements. One of the most talked about changes is her rhinoplasty. Iggy has openly admitted to getting a nose job, explaining that it was done to improve the symmetry of her face and fix breathing issues, which is a common concern for singers. Her plastic surgeon, Dr. Ashkan Ghavami, explained that the procedure refined the tip of her nose, narrowed the bridge, and corrected a twist, all while keeping the look natural and not overly surgical. The result was a shorter, straighter nose with a slight upward tilt at the tip, a transformation that fans found impressive, but for some, almost unrecognizable when compared to her earlier photos. The before and after images, especially on social media, sparked disbelief at how much her profile had changed. Another major transformation was her breast augmentation, which Iggy has openly discussed. She shared that she felt her original chest size didn't match her tall, slim frame and wanted a more balanced and proportionate figure. Dr. Ghavami, who performed the surgery, made sure the result looked natural and complemented her body, giving her a fuller, more voluptuous look. This change became a signature part of her image, and fans and fashion critics noticed how her wardrobe and stage presence seemed to evolve alongside her new figure. There has also been speculation about other procedures, such as chin augmentation and lip fillers. Observers and plastic surgeons have pointed out that her chin looks more prominent and V-shaped, and when combined with her nose job, it creates a more refined and elongated facial profile. These changes have led some fans to describe her look as statuesque or doll-like. Despite these dramatic changes, Iggy Azalea's openness about her surgeries has been widely praised. She has said that being honest about her procedures helps challenge unrealistic beauty standards promoted by social media and celebrity culture, encouraging self-acceptance and honesty. Lotto. When Lotto, formerly known as Miss Mulatto, first appeared on the Rap Game, she had a natural, youthful look that matched her age and early career stage. When her career took off, fans began to notice a significant change in her appearance, leading to speculation about whether cosmetic surgery played a role in her transformation. The most noticeable change has been her curvier figure, especially her hips and buttocks. Lotto has openly admitted to getting a Brazilian butt lift, BBL, and 360-degree liposuction in 2020. These procedures reshaped her body and gave her the fuller, more defined curves that have become a hallmark of her look. She explained that after signing her first record deal at 21, her lifestyle changed, causing weight gain and, unfortunately, negative online comments about her body. The harsh criticism, calling her bad-bodied, played a part in her decision to undergo surgery, as she grew increasingly insecure about her appearance. Lotto has been open not just about the surgeries, but also about maintaining her new body. Instead of opting for more procedures, she hired a personal trainer to help her stay in shape, emphasizing the importance of discipline and consistency in her fitness routine. She often shares her workouts on social media, showing that maintaining a surgically enhanced body still requires hard work and dedication, and that surgery isn't a quick fix for a perfect physique. Along with body contouring, Lotto has also spoken about getting breast augmentation to create a more balanced figure. Although she hasn't confirmed any facial surgeries, fans have speculated that she might have had fillers or Botox, as her face appears more sculpted and refined in recent years. Despite her positive attitude towards her choices, Lotto has used her platform to caution young fans about the pressures and potential downsides of cosmetic surgery. She's discussed how easy it can be to get obsessed with making little tweaks, and has urged others to appreciate their bodies in a healthy way, reminding them that surgery alone won't resolve insecurities or bring lasting satisfaction. Tamika Tiny Harris. Tiny, who first gained fame as a member of the 90s R&B group Xscape, was originally recognized for her musical talent and natural appearance. However, as she transitioned into reality television and public life with her husband, rapper T.I., her evolving look became a major topic of conversation. One of the most shocking and controversial changes she made was her decision to permanently alter her eye color, turning it from brown to a striking ice gray. This procedure, performed by Bright Ocular, involves inserting artificial iris implants. Because of significant risks like glaucoma and cataracts, the surgery is illegal in the United States, so Tiny traveled to Africa to undergo the procedure. She later described it on Good Morning America, explaining how the implant is folded, inserted through a small slit in the eye, and spread to cover the iris. Tiny was thrilled with the results, sharing, "I looked in the mirror and I was like, they're amazing." Despite facing criticism and medical concerns, Tiny defended her decision, celebrating her new confidence and perfect vision on social media, while emphasizing her right to personal choice and self-expression. In addition to her eye color change, Tiny has been open about other cosmetic enhancements, which also surprised many of her fans. In a 2014 interview with Wendy Williams, she talked openly about her breast augmentation and buttock enhancement, explaining that after having 3 children, she wanted to address the natural changes in her body. She humorously said of her bottom, "It's a little bought," and admitted that her breasts were also surgically enhanced, noting, "I've always had a lot of boobs, but, after 3 babies, they sag." Despite the public scrutiny, Tiny has stood by her decisions, using her platform to defend her choices and promote the idea of personal agency over one's own body. She has stated, "I just wanted to do something different. I have the right to do that," reinforcing her commitment to self-empowerment. Kelly Rowland. Early in her career, Kelly Rowland underwent rhinoplasty, a decision she has been open about. The change was subtle but noticeable. Her nose became slimmer with a straighter bridge, which many people felt made her facial features more symmetrical and striking. Observers who compared before and after photos highlighted how the adjustment, especially on the left side of her nose, was expertly done, enhancing her natural beauty without altering her distinctive look. Rowland herself has said the changes were for her own satisfaction, not to meet external expectations. One of the most talked about aspects of Rowland's cosmetic enhancements is her breast augmentation. She admitted to feeling dissatisfied with her natural breast size, describing herself as having a little bitty cup size. Although she considered the procedure at 18, she waited until she was 28, following advice from Beyoncé's mother, Tina Knowles, who suggested she wait until she was older. Eventually, Rowland chose to undergo breast augmentation, increasing from an A cup to a B cup. She expressed immense satisfaction with the results, feeling more comfortable in her clothing and more confident in her own skin. Fans were quick to notice the change, many describing it as unbelievable because the augmentation complemented her frame so naturally. Beyoncé. Many have noticed that Beyoncé's nose looks noticeably slimmer and more refined compared to her earlier appearances. This change has been so striking that Beverly Hills plastic surgeon Dr. Daniel Barrett even mentioned in a TikTok video, "There's no way you can go from this, before, to this, after, without a rhinoplasty." This transformation has given her a smoother, more balanced profile that seems to fit better with her overall facial features. Another noticeable physical change that has sparked a lot of conversation is Beyoncé's breasts. Some fans and plastic surgery experts believe she may have had breast augmentation to enhance her shape. Dr. Barrett pointed out the rounded look of her breasts, suggesting it would be hard to achieve naturally. This possible enhancement fits with the high standards of appearance that performers often face in the entertainment industry. However, some people think that other factors, like special undergarments or styling, could also explain the change. In addition to these changes, there has been talk about other possible procedures. Some speculate that Beyoncé might have had liposuction to sculpt her body, especially around the abdomen, hips, and thighs. Her fit appearance at performances and public events has led some to think that surgery could be part of how she maintains her physique. Non-surgical treatments like Botox have also been suggested to help her keep her youthful look by smoothing out her face despite the natural aging process and pressures from her career. A lot of the changes in Beyoncé's appearance seem to line up with key life events, especially her pregnancies. After having twins in 2017 and Blue Ivy in 2012, people noticed more significant changes in her look. While some of these could be the natural effects of pregnancy and childbirth, others suspect that surgeries might have been involved during this time. Through all the rumors, it's important to remember that Beyoncé has stayed private about whether she's had any cosmetic procedures. She hasn't confirmed or denied anything, which is in line with how she has always controlled her public image. Ciara Princess Harris, often called the Princess of Crunk, has won over audiences with her music and stunning looks since she first hit the scene in 2004. Over the years, her seemingly ageless beauty has led to plenty of speculation about whether her transformation is due to cosmetic enhancements or simply good genes, makeup, and natural aging. The most talked about change is her nose. Side-by-side photos from her early career around 2006 and more recent images have sparked rumors that she had rhinoplasty. When comparing her debut album Goodies photos to current pictures, many have noticed that her nose looks more refined, with a slimmer bridge and smaller nostrils. This speculation reached a point where even RuPaul asked Ciara about it during a 2019 talk show, saying, "Every time I see you, I'm only focused on your nose. Is that your real nose?" Ciara laughed and confirmed it was, though some viewers weren't convinced, with one commenting that she couldn't look RuPaul in the eye when she told that big lie. Interestingly, during the interview, Ciara mentioned that people used to say she had a Michael Jackson nose, which seemed to acknowledge that her features have long been a topic of conversation. Along with her nose, fans have speculated about other facial changes. Some suggest she might have had a light facelift, lip augmentation, or buccal fat removal, which could explain her more sculpted look. In 2023, further rumors spread, with people suggesting she might have had a jaw implant, Botox or fillers, and possibly an endoscopic brow lift due to her higher eyebrows. Things heated up again in May 2024 when Ciara recreated her iconic 2004 look to celebrate her Goodies album, wearing a pink velvet sweatsuit and diamond cross necklace. The side-by-side comparison sparked a flood of comments, with some saying, "So she did have nose surgery LOL, and "We see the nose job." However, her fans quickly defended her, pointing to photos from her high school cheerleading days as evidence that her appearance might simply be the result of makeup skills and contouring. Aside from her face, Ciara's body has also been the subject of speculation, especially her post-pregnancy figure. After giving birth to her fourth child in December 2023, she stunned everyone by quickly bouncing back to her slim physique. Her appearance at the 2024 SAG Awards in a form-fitting chocolate brown latex dress even caught the eye of Game of Thrones actor Pedro Pascal, who couldn't stop staring at her. This led to more rumors about body-enhancing procedures, though no specific claims have been proven. Throughout all the gossip, Ciara has chosen not to directly address the rumors. Instead, she's focused on her skincare routine, sharing in an interview with Vogue how much of a difference it made when she switched to a proper skincare regimen. She's also promoted her own skincare brand, part of her estimated $20 million business empire, which suggests that her youthful appearance might be more about self-care than surgery. Which of these R&B stars went through the most unbelievable transformation? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our latest content.